All right, we're back. That's my school over there I went to, and this is my alley here. This is like the old school back alley, the old school turf here. And I remember this house here with this big garage here. These guys here had like semis parked out in the front and in the back. And I thought that was really cool. They had a bunch of trucks and semis. And there was a young girl there that kind of had a crush on me a long time ago. And you know, I liked her too, but I didn't get to know her too long. She up and moved away. And these houses over here were like the rich houses. And then over here, this was where this place is now. I knew the guy that lived here. That was Jeffrey Hansen, and his sister was Tiffany Hansen. Still remember, you know. And this is actually dating back to before I even went to school. This is like my playground before I went to school. You know? This is like my block that I lived on here. That was Jeffrey and Tiffany Hansen that lived in there. I go over and play with, you know, play toys and stuff once in a while with them. You know. Well, I had a bad memory there too. Like the one day I hurt Jeffrey. I forget what happened. I think I pushed him down the stairs or something. And then, you know, the parents got mad at me and they didn't like me and stuff. And yeah, I quit going there after a while. But he made me mad or something. I forget what he did, but he made me upset, so it's kind of on him. And then right here this was a new house. I remember seeing this house. Actually, not that one. It was this one here. This brown one here. This brown one got built, and I seen it get built, you know, like from scratch as a little kid. This was the first house that I ever seen get built, you know, and to me that was something, seeing that house get built. That was awesome. And then there's a mom and her kid moved in there, and you know, I don't know, their family was kind of a tragedy thing, you know, like they didn't have a dad, so like the mom was trying really hard to find another partner and stuff. So she had, you know, different boyfriends and different guy friends and stuff. And the kid that was living there that I kind of got to know, I think his name might have been Jesse. I can't quite remember. It's so long ago, right? But it might have been Jesse. And he just he didn't have a good upbringing because his mom was having different parents all the time, and then. So he got bugged at school and stuff, and it was just, he had a tough time in the neighborhood, you know, but I tried to be his friend, you know. I was the only kid that came over and visited with him and played toys with him and stuff and tried to have fun with him, you know. And I felt it was bad that none of the other kids were trying to be friends with him, you know, that were here, you know, so like, yeah. And then over here was an old grandma. There was an old lady that lived in this house. And then beside this one here, where this garage is now, there wasn't a garage here before. There was a well-known hooker, I guess. She was a hooker. Like, I guess everybody knew she was a hooker or something. Like, all the parents and stuff would always talk that she is trying to commit suicide and stuff, and that the ambulance was there again this weekend or whatever, you know, because every once in a while the ambulance would show up here for suicide, I think. And she was like a hooker and stuff there, you know. And I remember one time, you know, I tried to look in her window to see, like, well, is she a hooker? What is she doing here? And like, I'm a young kid, you know, I'm like 10 or 12, and I'm trying to look and see, you know, if there's any action going on there, what's she doing tonight, you know. And then like she sees me in the window and freaks out. She yells at me. I'm like, oh shit, she sees me and freaked out too. I'm ready to run off. Yeah, I quit doing that, man, you know. But like, I don't know, I just had to have a look once or twice, man, to see, you know, because I heard it, like, this woman's a hooker over here. Like, what did she do? You know, I never seen any action going on, but, you know, I got scared. It was scary to go there, man. And actually, right over here, this one here is, this is where my grandma and grandpa lived here. And I was always here being babysat by my grandma and grandpa. And right next door here was Michael Ortloff or Michael Kobo, you know, depending which name you want to give the guy. But he lived next door here with his brother. He had an older brother named Donnie, which is kind of a different name, you know. Donnie was it was a different name you didn't normally hear. So like, he was a cool guy, you know. I got to know Donnie a little bit, sort of, but not really. I got to know Michael a lot, and like he was a bad guy, man. Like he was trouble a lot of times, man. That guy, he was older than me, and he was, you know, like some kids, you know. He was kind of jealous of me a little bit because I had all the fancy toys and the new toys and the good stuff and that, and so he was a little jealous of that. And being older than that, you know, he kind of picked on me sometimes, you know, and like, well,